Cashew India BSM 2022. So with me today, Mr. Nivedh Shetty, representing Glojibe Industrial Zone from Benin. He has done a wonderful presentation, which is the first presentation in this event today. So we have some questions which we can actually get deep understanding from him. So let's start with it.
Yes, so it's been a great event. I think they have over 400 participants here and over 10 state associations come. So very happy to be here and share details of what we are doing outside the country as well.
You have highlighted Benin is focusing on direct cashew kernel export to the European countries instead of exporting RCN. There is a law also passed on. By 2024, they are about to cut it. Yes. Now, when you are actually opening an open platform for an investor to set up unit in Benin, what are the value additions GIDZ or the government is providing for the investors who is about to set up units in Benin?
So our rationale is very clear. What we are telling processors is you bring your processing expertise, you bring your machinery, and all your secondary activities, right from the supply chain management to even managing your container requirements and managing exports is something that we'll do. So we want processors to think of as a partner where they do the processing and all the other secondary activities are taken care of by the industrial zone.
Is there any subsidies to the investors or any other types of monetary support is the government is providing, sir?
Yes, so the government is actually working on a cashew policy that will be out in a few months, and it involves giving 0% corporate tax, 0% dividend tax. There is no taxation when buying the RCN. In fact, there is also a certain guarantee being given through the ban of RCN, which will likely happen in most African countries. And in addition to that, the zone itself that is being created is owned 35% by the government of Benin and 65% of private party.
Based on the presentation what we have seen today, we understand there is some uniqueness in Benin RCN because even when Mr. Ramakrishnan was speaking, so Benin, most of the buyers are focusing. So what is the uniqueness of Benin RCN? And on the other side, does the buyers, direct buyers from the Europe countries, are they also aware about the uniqueness of this Benin RCN? Is there any particular requirement towards that?
So I would probably like to answer that question in two parts. One, yes, Benin RCN is generally considered above average, both in terms of whiteness and it has lower nut count on an average. So what happens is when the Indian exporters come to West Africa, their first preference is for Beninese cashew, and in fact some of them use it to mix with the other origin cashews and to reduce the nut count. Now coming to the second part on what is the value add in Europe. So the challenge today is that all the raw cashew nut from West Africa first comes to India or Vietnam, and then it gets processed and goes back to Europe. So even though they are appreciating the cashew for the size and the quality, the Beninese brand itself is not created there. So that is the effort now, is to ensure that it is processed in Benin. And right now, all the farms that we see here, by default they're organic. There are no fertilizers used. So the big advantage is getting organic certification will be quite straightforward. And so over the next 3 to 4 years, what we will see is that people processing in Benin will get the certification confirming that it's a Beninese cashew that they've processed. And it is the organic cashew that they will be exporting to Europe and US, so that brand will be built there as well based on that.
Yeah, it is actually a wonderful thing because you are giving a complete traceability from the farm level itself, and that's what the Europe and USA countries prefer. This is actually wonderful to know. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. Thank you so much.